The Georgia Supreme Court has disbarred Rockdale County Attorney and County Commissioner Sherri Washington.
The court found Washington knowingly violated her duties to 3 different clients, which resulted in serious or potentially serious harm to all 3.
Senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell profiled one of those clients, Dashawn Mayweather, earlier this year and is here now with an update. Dale?
Russ, Dashawn Mayweather hired attorney Sherri Washington back in 2017 to handle a divorce. Mayweather said it turned into a disaster and led to a lawsuit against her lawyer and a state bar complaint that made it all the way to the Georgia Supreme Court.
I was relieved.
Dashawn Mayweather says along with the relief, she had a strong feeling of calm when she heard that the Georgia Supreme Court disbarred Rockdale County Commissioner and attorney Sherri Washington.
I automatically kind of had a sense of peace knowing that she can't do what's been going on to myself and others. It will never happen to anyone else again.
In 2017, Dashawn Mayweather hired Sherri Washington to handle her divorce. She says she had a strong case. Adultery. Her husband had fathered a child with his girlfriend and had taken nude photos and videos of Mayweather without her knowledge, according to a state bar disciplinary report. But there was one big problem. When it came time for trial, Sherri Washington didn't tell her client and didn't show up in court. Not once, but twice. Dashawn didn't know about the missed trial dates until she looked the case up at the courthouse. According to a lawsuit she later filed, Dashawn found out the judge ruled in her husband's favor in the divorce case, denied her spousal support, a portion of her husband's retirement, and ordered her to pay his attorney fees, $5,000. What was your reaction?
I cried. I was in Fulton County Courthouse and I cried.
Dashawn ultimately sued Sherri Washington and won a judgment for $48,000 plus interest. To get paid, she had to garnish Washington's county commission salary. What do you say to these people who say that you took their money and did no work? Dashawn Mayweather wasn't done. She filed a State Bar of Georgia complaint against Sherri Washington. The Supreme Court considered Mayweather's case along with 2 others. The court found Commissioner Washington knowingly and intentionally violated her duties she owed to her clients and that her conduct resulted in serious or potentially serious harm to her clients. Citing prior discipline problems along with a pattern of misconduct, the Supreme Court unanimously ordered Washington be disbarred.
The feeling is that I'm really glad that the Supreme Court was very thorough and they made the right decision.
Commissioner Washington did not respond to requests for comment from the I-Team, though she is no longer a licensed attorney. She is still a Rockdale County Commissioner.
I understand that there is a difference between her as an attorney and her position as county commissioner. However, when it comes to ethical practice, that transitions through all positions.
Now, according to state bar rules, Sherri Washington must wait 5 years before asking to have her license reinstated.
So is her position as a county commissioner in jeopardy at all as a consequence of this?
As of right now, we don't believe so. It's seen as a separation of powers, if you will.
Okay.
Her job as a lawyer is essentially different in many ways from her job as a county commissioner. You have a lot of lawyers that are on county commissions, but I would be really surprised if some action is taken at this point.
All right, it's eye-opening.
It's been an interesting run on this investigation because we've had several other people who also came to us with similar complaints that were not involved in this Supreme Court decision. It's far more people than just the 3 in the Supreme Court decision and even the ones that we've interviewed, and we've heard from others as well.
All right. Dale, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Dale.